affecting culture. One of the things that I had the privilege of attending recently was a celebration of the 10 lung transplants at Mayo Clinic here in Arizona. My good friend John DeCuna has been instrumental in bringing this program back to Arizona. The lung transplant program had been here before, and for reasons that are not important to go into, uh, it was suspended, and John worked tirelessly over a lot of years to help with bring it back, he and others. And it's a very successful program. I think to date they've done 17 lung transplants in a year and a half, which is incredible, incredibly remarkable that these people have a second chance at life, and which not only affects them, but also affects their loved ones. And as John and his team that do this work, both nurses, other physicians and surgeons, the cardiorespiratory therapists, the pharmacists, the nurses, the administrators, the nurse coordinators. I mean, the quality folks, a long list of everyone, social workers that are involved, as they were there to celebrate this incredible milestone. One thing out of many really struck with me. And what that was is that there was an opportunity for that John invited each one of the patients uh, to share about their lung transplant journey. And many of them talked about what the state of their health was prior to the transplant and what it is today. And they all expressed gratitude. And typically in situations like this, at least it's been my experience, is that you normally think the person that most people would think is primarily responsible. In this case, it might be the surgeon who performed the lung transplant or the medical director who they had a consultation with. And then maybe they'll thank a nurse. And you'll see this at like award ceremonies. Somebody will get up and, thank, ownership, thank, the coach and maybe one or two teammates. But to go really deep down throughout everyone who played a role is something that doesn't often happen. But of the 10 patients who got up and spoke, they thanked so many people that you wouldn't normally think of. They thanked, I think the surgeon, like Dr. Vicuna, was probably the last one who they thanked, for this gift of life. I mean, of course, they thanked the donor and the donor's family who donated the lungs, but they thanked the cardiorespiratory therapist by name. They thanked the pharmacists who helped them really become informed about the medication and their responsibilities with taking the medication. They thank the social workers who helped them along the way, the nurse coordinator who answered all of their questions and kept them on track. They went through and they thanked all these people, and I was blown away by the number of people that they were thanking by name. And it was like almost not even a dry eye in the house of how thoughtful they were and the stories they told about it. So for example, one patient shared that during their journey, they couldn't get up after surgery and walk to the bathroom, and how the night nurse would come in and help them so they wouldn't fall and actually help clean them up after they had used the bathroom, and how important, how kind that was, and how to help them preserve their dignity doing something that is a pretty personal physical exercise of the body. And I was just struck by how they named all these people. And what I came back to was is that they named all these people in these different roles because they had an example of others being acknowledged and thanked. It starts with Dr. John DeCuna, that when he is consulting and talking to the patient, all the many times educating them about what the road ahead might be, if they are selected for the program, educating them about what their responsibilities will be, about the surgery itself, and then about post-surgical recovery. Every step along the way, he is not talking about his role, but talking about all the people that are part of the team that makes his work possible and then makes their care possible, their surgery possible. He's thanking them every time he comes into a meeting. He's thanking the respiratory therapist. Every time he comes into, he's thanking to them. He's talking, thanking the pharmacist by name. So they are have a model, an example of how to do the same thing without explicitly telling them, that they should be grateful for the whole team. When they give him credit, it's like, no, it's a team. Like, oh, this person, are you kidding me? I couldn't do that. There's no way they did this. Like he's acknowledging them, and I think that's just a beautiful thing. So as you move through life, I really encourage you that when you walk into a space, don't just thank, the owner who got you a table at the last minute. Be really grateful for the host who greeted you at the door. But you pick up a glass and you take a sip, think about the dishwasher who washed those dishes. Think about the bus person who cleared the table to create space for you. Think about the person who is stocking the galley so that the ingredients are right on hand for the chef to make the food. And the chef, thank them, and the dishwasher and everything, everyone in between. It takes for this whole thing to be happening and occurring for you. You walked in and you are part of the experience. But long before you walked in, there were people preparing the way for you. And I think about that all the time. When I show up to go play pickleball, I think the people at the front desk who got there early to open. I think the people that keep the courts, clean and free of debris or dirt that would make it difficult to find traction as you're moving around the court. I think about the people that are behind the scenes marketing and trying to attract and retain members so the club can stay viable and stay open. I'm thanking the people that are organizing open play so that everyone has a chance to get on the court and play and have fun with people they know and don't know. I'm thinking about all these things that make it all work. So I just want to thank the lung transplant team, with one of its members of Dr. John DeCuna and Dr. Bashar Kell, that are models of how you treat and acknowledge the people that help make your work possible, and doing so in such a deep way that the people that are the beneficiaries of this work, of these talents, the patients, that when they get up and are asked about their care, the first thing they lead with is an expression of gratitude for every single member of the team, not just the members who are the face of the team.